The world is full of diamonds and gems, and we are having some of them to build this event today. I, on behalf of College of Computer Science and Information Technology, that is popularly known as COCSIT, welcome you all to this one-day workshop on English for job aspirants. At the outset, I thank my source of inspiration, Honorable Dr. M.R. Patil sir, Principal of our college, Dr. N.H. Zulfe sir, IQAC Coordinator and Vice Principal, Mr. I.M. Kaji sir, Technical Director, Mr. D.R. Somonshi sir. I thank you for giving me this opportunity to present myself in front of all the participants of this workshop. Why this English for job aspirant workshop theme? As all of you know that English is learned from first standard, right from the first standard, even though we feel it difficult subject. My dear friends, it's not a difficult subject, rather it is made so. We have some misconception about this subject. We think too much about the errors. As old age adage goes, to err is human, to forgive is divine. We should not think about too much about the mistakes we commit while speaking in English, and this happens exactly with English. So do not think too much about English. Committing mistakes is not a crime, but we unnecessarily think of it. So avoid them. We can avoid them by the passes of the time. Over a period of time, we can eliminate the mistakes. Over a period of time, we can eliminate all the mistakes what we are committing. But what we need is clear practice on English. So on this, when it comes to the job preparation, most of us feel English is something problem for them. When it comes to the job preparation, English stands above all. If you see the pattern of examination, the weightage given for English, you will come to know English is asked almost for maximum marks. It has got unique importance in all the competitive exam preparation is considered. Our college has been conducting campus placement drives of different companies. I have been working here in this college since 2009 in the department Training and Placement Cell. I have been imparting trainings to the students on verbal ability, English section, especially English. This subject has got unique importance. So my dear friends, I observed that most of the students fail in this particular section. Not because of what they are doing, not because of the things they are doing, just because of they don't have that much potential to deal with that. Most of the students, my dear friends, it is observed, I have been observing the students, what are their problems so far as the preparation of this particular section in the aptitude test and overall the placement selection of the companies are considered. What is exactly that problem that the students are facing? They are facing a lot of problems while communicating themselves. When they interact with others, they don't interact properly, they feel shy, they feel less confident, they don't have confidence that much. I have been observing many students since I joined this college. They prepare, they take a lot of hard work, but they don't understand what to do and what not to do. When it comes to campus placement preparation, my dear students, you have to think of what to do and what not to do. I'll teach you, I'll let you know what are those ways we can prepare for this campus placement. This workshop is basically divided into 4 sessions. These 4 sessions will help you to prepare for different components of English. Most of the time, this subject is considered as verbal ability, English language tests, communication skills. All different names are given to this subject, but it is nothing but the application of English as well. It is nothing but the application of English subject itself. So dear friends, don't bother, we will come to know what are the different components which need to be focused. I will throw light on different 4 sessions. Session number 1, that I'll let you know 3 parts in session number 1. First, I'll tell you the selection process of the companies. Second, I'll tell you what are the different ways to prepare for English so far as the placement tests are considered. Third, there are different paper patterns of English, especially English section, verbal ability section, which is known as verbal ability section, is asked for different, different sort of questions are asked on English sections. So how to deal with that I'll let you know. Session 1 will throw light on 3 sections. Number 1, the selection process of different multinational companies. Second, what are the different ways to prepare for the placement test, so especially verbal ability and English section is considered. And third is sample papers and the weightage of English given there in the papers. Okay, so second session will be about English grammar usages and what are the errors, common errors that we commit while attempting verbal ability test. This session will throw light on common errors, English grammar usages, and how to avoid these common errors while dealing with English. Third session, I will have discussion on HR interview. Most of us don't feel confident while facing this round. So how to deal with that, how to face interviews, how to have a confident appearance in the interview. I'll tell you HR interview preparation. Especially focus will be on what type of questions will be asked, on for what basis, on which ground the candidate is observed, what are the different parameters that the HR person or the HR recruiters or the employers look into. Next session, 4th session, shall be of resume building, because that is nothing but your presentation. Resume is nothing but your presentation, how they are prepared. It becomes very difficult for us to prepare resume. Okay, so resume building, what is the resume? What are the different formats of resume? What is the difference between resume and CV? Most of us get confused with the different types of resume and CV. So let's get connected. So all these 4 sessions will help you to prepare English for jobs. So let's get started. So let's begin with the session number 1, that is English and selection process and how to prepare it. Thank you. Let's understand the selection process of the company, our selection process of the different IT companies. This particular session will focus on 3 aspects. Number 1, selection process of IT company. Number 2, easy ways to prepare for English in placement test. And 3, discussion on sample questions asked in verbal ability test. So these are the different sections of section 1. Selection process of IT companies. This is what the first part that we are going to discuss here. What is exactly the selection process? Every selection process has 4 components. The placement talk, pre-placement talk, aptitude test, sometimes we call it round 1, online essay writing, group discussion, that is what we call is round 2. It is something optional and you can go for either online test or group discussion, varies from company to company, and even placement process or selection process varies from company to company and process to process. Some companies don't conduct placement talk, they directly conduct online test and they invite for the technical round 2nd. So when it is campus placement, then pre-placement talk is necessary. So this first round is necessary for campus placement. Pre-placement talk, the HR person first talks to the audience or the candidates appeared for that company's selection process or drive. And next, those who are eligible, they are allowed to go for round 1, that is aptitude test. And second round is of online test or group discussion. It may be online or group discussion. Next round, that is third round, is our interview. Interviews are of two types, HR interview and technical interviews. So once the candidate cracks the technical interview, then he will be allowed to appear for HR interview. So these are different rounds involved in the selection process of IT companies. Next, with the help of example of Wipro. In 2019-20, this academic year, Wipro conducted its recruitment drive. And what was the exact process of that drive? Let us understand with the help of this example. So let us see, this is what the round 1. Round 1 is of aptitude test. In aptitude, we find there are 3 sections. Section number 1 is quantitative aptitude, section number 2 is logical reasoning, and section number 3 verbal ability. So each section has got equal number of questions, 20, 20, 20. Total number of questions are 60. Next, each section in aptitude test has got equal timings, 20 minutes timing for each section. So 60 questions, 60 minutes and 60 marks. This is what the first round Wipro conducts. Again, Wipro may have different processes, like WILP process is there, Work Integrated Learning Program. There may be GIS process, there may be WIMS process, WILS process. Different processes are there. Depending on their process, they may change the pattern of their selection process as such. But this is what the standard WILP process of Wipro recruitment. The round first is of all these sections, right? Once the candidate clears this round, he is directed towards round second, and this round second is of written test, written communication test. It is also known as essay writing test. In this round, candidate is given a topic and candidate has to write essay on that given topic in about 140 to 180 words. Word limit is given and 20 minutes time is given. Look at this, 20 minutes time is also given. Once the candidate clears this round, this may be or may not be elimination round. Sometimes they keep it as an elimination round and sometimes they don't keep it as an elimination round. Directly the cumulative result is displayed at the end of HR interview. Those who are finally selected in all the rounds, they declare the numbers. Okay, so in last round will be of HR interview. Last round will be of interview. In interview, we find 2 types of interviews: technical interview and HR interviews. Okay, did you understand the process of recruitment process of Wipro? First aptitude round, second written test, third interview process. In aptitude, we find 3 sections: QA, LR and verbal ability, that is English. Second round is of essay, online essay or written communication test. And third round is interview. Interview may have both technical as well as HR interview. So this is how the recruitment process of. Now let us understand Infosys and its process. What kind of weightage is there for, or what is the selection process of Infosys? Look at this online test of Infosys. In that test, you will find English as one of the subject, and it has got certain weightage. Whatever the questions are asked on that, like reading comprehension related questions are asked in this particular company's test. 32 is the cutoff, okay, and 45 seconds time is given for solving each question. This is what the Infosys question paper pattern of aptitude, wherein you find English as one of the important sections in it. TCS. Let us take the example of Tata Consultancy Services. Earlier, TCS would conduct campus placement drives. In our campus, at our campus as well, TCS conducted drives, placement drives. So nowadays, TCS is going for off-campus drives. They have changed their pattern of recruitment. They are usually going for off-campus drives. So what is the pattern of that off-campus drive? Again, they go for different processes, like they have smart hiring process, they have national qualifier test, CCQT, NQT. These are different tests they conduct, and through this test, through this particular online test, they select the candidates and they invite the candidate for final HR round, and after that they give the recruitment to the students. These are their different ways to give. Let us understand their pattern of different tests. I am quoting here the pattern of examination of TCS smart hiring process. Usually all the computer graduates and any science graduate can appear for this TCS smart hiring process, and let us understand the question paper pattern of this smart hiring for off-campus drive of TCS. So verbal ability section, you can find here 10 minutes, 10 questions, 10 marks. Okay, there are other sections as well, like quantitative aptitude is there, programming concept, special section is added here, and coding section is also added. So these are different companies and their patterns of selection. Let us understand the place of English in the placement test. What is the place of English? What is the weightage of English so far as the placement tests are considered? With the help of Wipro's example, we'll take and we'll understand what is the weightage of English in that particular test. Let us know the round 1. In round 1, we have already studied that there is a verbal ability and it is for 20 marks. English is there in round 1 as well. Round 2, you can find English online essay writing test, again for 20 marks. In round 2 also you find English. And round 3, here you don't find English exactly, but its application. For example, HR interview is nothing but it is the application of English. Those who have mastered the language, they can participate and can crack the interview confidently. So here in third round as well, you can find the weightage for English. So my dear students, it is very important for all of us to prepare for English so far as getting job is considered or getting placed in companies. So every section so far as Wipro's example is considered, every section comprises English, or there is a good weightage for English. So do not underestimate this particular section. We'll go for this section in order to get placed in the companies. Hope you have understood the weightage of English in Wipro's selection process. Almost every section has a weightage for English as such. Now there are different ways to prepare for English. As we have been imparting training programs to the students to get through different processes, we have been imparting trainings on quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, English at our college, Coxit. Besides this, students have to do on their own. Sometimes what happens, only trainers cannot teach everything. Spoon feeding may not work all the time. It is the responsibility of the candidate, the students, to acquire certain skills by the end of graduation, because everyone wants to get the job before completing the graduation. That's what we need to run extra miles, have to work hard in order to get placed. So there are different ways. Next section of our session 1 is easy ways to prepare for English. So let us go round wise. In round 1, verbal ability section is there. There is a weightage for grammar that cannot be neglected. Most of the students think that grammar is something monotonous part and let's not read it, and they forget this particular task and they don't clear the test. My dear friends, there is no way out. You have to prepare for grammar. You should know certain grammar rules and usages in order to clear verbal ability section. You should have to have accuracy in the usages of English. You should know the rules, how the sentences are structured, what is the tense pattern, how prepositions are used, what are the different phrases, word selection, etc. The accuracy should be there in your language. And there are certain ways you can prepare for this round 1. There are certain online resources available on internet. I would recommend you one website. That website will help you to prepare for round 1. All the time, it is not necessary to rely on the website. The content uploaded on website may not be authenticated or may not be correct. So it is again your responsibility to correct it accordingly, and accordingly you can cross verify it from your trainers. So round 1 can be prepared through online resources. The one website is there, I'm gonna tell you here. That website is indiabix.com, wherein you can find a good resources of verbal ability test. Section wise question and exercises are given there. Let us think about round 2 and how to prepare it. In round 2 you have online essay writing test. When it comes to writing, you can write it on with the help of pen and paper, but when it comes to a typing online way, because online essay writing is something which you have to take online way, that's what typing as well as your accuracy in typing should be thought over. So online essay writing, in online essay writing, what you have to do is you have to use certain websites wherein you can type and can check the typing content, whether it is grammatically correct, whether it is typographically correct or not. There is a one website, onlinecorrection.com. With the help of this onlinecorrection.com, you can check your typed content. Next is grammarly.com. In a similar way, you can type it on grammarly.com and can check your content. Again, there's one more way you can develop your writing skill, that is diary writing. You should develop your diary writing regularly, without which you cannot go ahead. Diary writing that helps you in different ways. So hope you people will write diaries. Round 3, third round is of HR interview, then soft skills, stage courage, speaking skills. In third round, you have to develop all these skills: HR interview, soft skills, stage courage, speaking skills. To develop all these skills, you have to work on your spoken English. You have to inculcate certain soft skills and should develop yourself in a way that you can stand confidently in front of any audience and can happily and can confidently share your thought. Simplest ways to develop your English, or for developing English. There are different ways to develop English. First, newspaper reading. Read anything a lot, whichever you think you need to read a lot. Reading newspaper loudly can work. Second, listen to English news. Dear friends, unless and until you listen to any language, you cannot learn language. So first, try to listen to a lot. Whatever is spoken in English, you try to listen. Consciously, subconsciously, we get acquainted to that and learn English. So you should listen to a lot on daily basis. Write articles of your favorite subjects. You can write articles, whatever you think is worth writing, you can go with that and can write articles. Then social media post. All of you are quite familiar with the social media post, but we use Hindi or Marathi for social media. Instead of that, you go for English and try to write in English on social media post. Next, read and tell the stories in English. Speak a lot in English. What is the purpose of reading? Just not to understand. Reading and telling it to someone, that works so far as English is considered. When you prepare for English, at the time you should always go for telling something. So I would recommend you that go for short stories, short moral stories, read the stories and try to tell them to someone or to your friends so that they can get it. Read and tell the jokes in English. See, telling joke is not a joke, and for that you should first try to know the impact on the audience. When your audience get to you, then only the laughter creates, or else this becomes a laughter of your. So dear friends, go for telling the jokes. So certain skills are required for telling the jokes, because while telling the jokes, it's not something that you are simply talking or telling or informing. It's all about that situation, creating a situation, putting that context in front of the audience and telling something and creating the humor among the audience. That requires certain skills. That's what read the jokes in English and try to tell the jokes to someone and check whether your jokes can work or not, whether the listeners getting you or not. That is what you can practice on daily basis. Have dialogues with your friends in English strictly at least a few hours a day. Now, dialogue writing, dialogues, you can exchange your dialogues whenever you interact with your friends. Instead of interacting in Marathi or any other language, you go for English language and try to speak at least few hours a day in English. Have conversation on any concept in English grammar. So whichever concept you feel that is not, you didn't understand that concept, then you can go with that concept. Let's say you didn't understand tense, so take any tense and accordingly practice it and try to tell it, try to teach it, give the presentation on it. When you read it and try to tell it someone, you can understand a lot from that. So that is what the process one need to do consistently. Participate in on-stage programs. So to boost your confidence and to develop yourself, to look yourself confident, you should have to have stage courage. To participate by participating in such programs, college-related programs or programs conducted in college, can develop your confidence, which will help you to prepare for HR interview. Now there are sample questions. What are the sample question types? Section C of my presentation. Now this session, you see in verbal ability section, you can find different types of questions. Error spotting, it is one of the types of questions wherein you can ask such kind of, you will be asked such type of question. People has left. You see, this is incorrect sentence because has is used here. That's what is incorrect. People have left. This is what the spotting error. So what is the correct version is people have left, because people is in plural, and that's what plural takes plural verb, auxiliary verb here. So people have left. This is the correct answer here. There's one more example. One must help his sibling. Now you see the pronoun one is here and his pronoun is used. Antecedent of is one and his is the pronoun used for this. It is incorrect, and that's what one always take once. It doesn't take any other pronoun here. So these are questions related to spotting error, and there shall be some question based on error spotting in your verbal ability section. Next type of question is fill in the blank. Whatever the 20 questions are asked in verbal ability test, there shall be few questions on fill in the blank. So wherein you may be asked on some tense related usages, like whichever the verb form of the tense, verb form is suitable as per the context of the sentence. Once upon a time indicates the past action. That's whatever the correct answer is, a lived is the correct answer. A man called. Once upon a time there lived a man. So the verb form of live is which one is appropriate is lived is appropriate. So this is what the fill in the blank type of question. Okay, so next type of question we will see is ordering of a sentence in a paragraph. Dear friends, how to order a sentence? Those who have good command over language, they can understand language. Once you understand language, you can understand the sequences among the sentences, can understand the context in the sentences. So in examination, you will be asked certain questions based on it, and that type of question is called ordering of sentences, or it is also called para-jumble, paragraph which is jumbled one. In order to solve such questions, you should have to have proper understanding of a language. should be able to understand whatever you read in English. Okay, look at this. Sentence 1 is given, sentence 6 is given. All these are the sentences which are the part of one single paragraph, but they are in jumbled form. They are in jumbled form. For example, for a hint to solve this question, the starting sentence and ending sentence is given. Based on this starting and based on this ending, you have to rearrange the sequence among these PQRS sentences. So the proper sequence should be, you have to solve the proper sequence, whether this RSQP is the proper sequence or SQPR is the proper sequence. That type of questions you have to solve. So this is all together based on your reading comprehension. So we will talk about reading comprehension and related questions in next kind of questions. Other important type of questions. So let us understand what other type of questions are asked in verbal ability test. Read the given passage and answer the question based on it. It's of course reading comprehension. Second, spellings. There may be some spelling related questions. What happens most of the time we may not understand which one is the rightly or spelt word as such. So you have to understand spellings of a difficult words or the words which may think that they may be spelled wrongly. Ordering of words. In a sentence you find many words, and in order to be a sentence they should be in proper order. If they are not in a proper order, you have to show their order. A sentence is divided into different parts, like words in a sentence are divided into different parts and they are given numbers, and based on that you have to rearrange the numbers whichever is the first, second, third, fourth, and can make the meaningful sentence here. That you have to understand here. That is what we call ordering of sentence. Sentence improvement. Half of the part of the question, half of the part of the sentence is given in the question, and rest of the part is given in the form of options below. So whichever the part that suits the half part in the question, that you have to tell in the sentence improvement section. Ordering of a sentence. How to order the sentence? As I told you already, the parajumble, closed test. It is also called closed test, wherein you have to have the ability to pick the proper words from the options and have to place as per the context there in the paragraph. A paragraph will be given and some blanks will be given there, and at that blank you have to put the proper word. That is what we call closed test. One word substitution. A sentence is given, you have to displace that sentence with one word. Means whatever the meaning of that sentence, that you have to understand, have to substitute with one word. That is called one word substitutions. Change of the voice. Active voice, passive voice. Sentence may be given in a question like active voice will be given, and you may be asked that whichever is the passive voice of a given sentence. So options will be given, and whichever is the correct option that you have to go with. Verbal analogies. Analogy related questions are also